I had to ask you about the incident, if you're willing to talk about it,
Of
with
course.
the flood in your vehicle. Because,
gosh, that was terrible.
let me just explain. When I woke up on July, was it 5th?
July 4th.
4th. No, 4th.
It was Independence Day.
Yeah. The first thing I saw was your video. Before I saw anything
so
going on about
terrible.
the flood. Anything.
Right.
I literally opened Facebook and it was you talking, and I was like, what is he talking about? Like this flood and his vehicle's gone. I was like, what's going on? And then I started seeing everything.
Our cars, everything. This we lived here for 30 years.
But yeah, that was the first thing, and I was like, man, I wish I could help. Like, I was like, man, that's horrible. Like, your vehicle was gone. It lost.
It was crazy.
So what happened exactly?
Well, it all started, I was actually headed to Abilene I was catching a flight from Abilene to Denver. I was going to go see
That's right.
Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
And sadly, that was their one of their final tours.
No.
I'm a humongous fan, and unfortunately, I missed the show. But on route to Abilene, I got stuck in this like kind of deep area of water, right outside of Ballinger, and I saw two cars, go in front of me. One was a sheriff and another car of similar build to mine. They both made it across the water. So I'm like, okay, I'm fine. I'm in their wake. I'm going by. I think I'm good. And then suddenly my car starts stalling. It starts pushing me over, and water just starts coming in over the hood of my car.
Yeah.
And it's pushing me over like slowly, and it starts careening me over like this. Oh, I was terrified.
Dude.
And luckily I had one of those, break glass little tools
did? Yeah.
in my console, because I was prepared for just such occasion. And always buy one of those in case you
Could you have drowned? Seriously?
I felt like my car started tipping over once it kind of got into like over the shoulder of the road. And because when I'm in the water, I don't know what the depth of anything is. It just starts pushing me over, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm preparing for the worst.
Yeah.
So I'm like sitting there waiting to bust this window out. Luckily, it just kind of stops falling, but the water's still just flowing in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, crap, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
So all the electronics shut off. I'm like, okay, I just gotta push the door open, and I grab my bag, push out, and basically swim to where the street is. Luckily, the sheriff that was in front of me, he was probably 100 yards away, but saw me double back and gave me a ride back into town.
And then you just saw your car, like, because I remember you're like in the video, you're like, my car just flushed away.
That I was able to salvage from my car before it got fucking flushed away. Who knows where it is? I didn't know where it was gonna be, because once it's there, I mean, more and more water started coming in, and I'm like, I don't know where my car is gonna be whenever I get back.
Yeah.
And it took, basically the police, they were going to take me home, but once they reach a part of town, they couldn't get past it. And they just had to drop me off at a convenience store.
Right? You were just like walking around.
Dude, I was sitting there to Stripes with like two or three dozen other families, just like, we're stuck here.
Yeah.
And, I had like ant bites on my legs and stuff like that. But this other guy was completely covered in ants that had, bitten him while he was, evacuating from his car. And we were all just kind of at a, uncomfortable spot sitting out in front of this Stripes.
How'd you get home finally?
My dad took the longest loop around town and found a spot and basically looped all the way back. So it took about 3 hours.
So you got it back though, right? Who found it? Like, what happened?
Well, we ended up going back, and luckily my car was there. The hood was completely ripped off of it. Whoa. It was several like 20 yards away from the car. My car was just, it was just mud and grass and dirt all in the console and the cab of the car. Oh man, like we had just dug out grass and hay and
how'd you fix
cockroaches. Just luckily only thing we really had to repair was the battery, alternator, the radiator. It's a lot of stuff. We flushed out all the oil and everything, but a Toyota Corolla or Toyota Camrys are beasts. So
wow, dude,
buy one, buy Toyota, because
I remember that video,
man.
The follow-up video when you're like, all right, here we go, moment of truth, then it turns over. I was like, yes.
Oh, you have no clue how excited I am that my car is alive.